Hello, Cyclone Fanatics, back here. Wilson Toyota of Ames. It's Talking with Tron. We do it each and every week here at CycloneFanatic.com. He's Tron Smith, my new radio partner, and I'm Chris Williams. Tron, last week we had the Cyclone Fanatic Wilson Toyota of Ames pregame show on KXNO. Everybody out there is dying to know your thoughts. Are you going to be a full-time radio guy, and will you be doing the new morning show on KXNO?
No. The easiest way to put that out there is no. No, man, you know what, Chris? I only look good because of you, man. I mean, I can't. No, I'm not a radio guy, but I tell you this, I did have a good time. You know, it's enjoyable. You know, I enjoy being able to say what I want to say, kind of.
Yeah, well, and I set you up, man. I just put it up on a tee, and Tron swings away. We were on last week, 3 hours before the game. Now, I do want to let everyone know the Cyclone Fanatic Wilson Toyota of Ames pregame show, we're going to go on 4 hours before kickoff this week. So we will be on from 2 to 3 on KXNO. The darn you and I Panthers screwed up our timing, which they're going to do in 2 weeks as well. I don't know the time for that one. We're going to be bouncing around, but we'll keep sure and we'll let you know on Twitter and on Cyclone Fanatic and all that.
You know, my thing is this, Chris, where are we? S1? Is that what it is?
S1.
You know, where are all you Fanatic fans at?
Well, it was raining.
What? So what? It wasn't that bad. Remember, we had that conversation about the weather.
True.
And, you know, this week is supposed to be a lot better. My question is, where were you guys? We were sitting around. It's nothing better than having a live audience.
No, I know. And hopefully that will come, because I just got the word from the big man today that we're going to be giving out those free Cyclone Fanatic footballs. And we're going to have some Wilson Toyota Cyclone Fanatic koozies as well.
Those are cool, man.
Yeah. So come up and join us from 2 to 3, lot S1. Come say hi. We want to see you. Right after that, we're then going to go over and hang out in the Cyclone Tundra, and we're going to be giving away free stuff right by the Jacobson building.
And you know what? You know, we got into our tickets for the students last week.
Yeah.
You know what? You guys deserve a hand. I tell you, no sooner we got over there, they were ready.
We didn't have those tickets for more than 5 minutes.
And that, you know what? That's the way it should be.
That was refreshing. And you could tell it was some kids who were really grateful, too, to get to go into the football game for absolutely free. And you know what we told them? We said, hey, come back next week, the week after that. You don't have to pay to go to a game all year.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfect, man. You know what? It's good to see you guys being a part, supporting Cyclone football and all Cyclone sports. We're going to be here all year, man.
Yeah, we are, and so is the Iowa State football team, Tron, and it's time to get your take on that. A 27-0 win over Northern Iowa. Tommy Tuberville, the old ball coach from Auburn. I about said Florida because that was Steve Spurrier. But he's coming to town. It's a different look Texas Tech team. Tron, what's your take on the state of Cyclone football?
Well, I'll tell you this, and I have to go back to last week. 27-zip. Doesn't that sound? It feels good rolling off your tongue.
It feels great.
Right? You know, it feels better than it looked. I'll tell you that.
If it was 4 offensive touchdowns, I'd feel a little bit better heading into Saturday than I do right now.
You know, that offense, Chris,
they're just not very good. I'll say it. They're not.
You know, that's why we're good for each other.
Yeah.
You say what I'm thinking, or you just take it out of my mouth. No, it's perfect. You're perfectly right. They're not that good. All Cyclone Fanatics, you guys know. We're not telling you anything you don't know. We're just saying it for you. That offense isn't that good. You know, from the offensive line to the receivers, to the, you know, and I don't care who's back there. You know what? Put Taylor in, put Austin in, put Capelli in. They're all not good right now as a unit. So it doesn't matter who's back there. They're all looking bad. We're going to have to fix that.
Well, and that was proven on Saturday as well, too, because all of a sudden, and you know, I see a lot of the same people after the game, these people who were calling for Jerome Tiller about how he's the next Joe Namath, and then all of a sudden, these are the guys saying, oh, Austin, you need to heal up so we can get you back in the football game, because I think we did see how one-dimensional that offense gets once Jerome Tiller's in the game. I'm not saying that's a horrible thing. I'm not saying that's Armageddon because he did enough to win, but really, how much was he asked to do? It reminded me so much of that Nebraska game from a year ago, and I'm not killing Jerome Tiller. He did his job. He did what he had to do. The team won the game, but they're going to have to score more than one touchdown when Texas Tech comes to town on Saturday.
Well, the thing is, you know, we just have to put it out there, Chris. I like Tiller. You like Tiller. We both like Tiller. But you know what? We like Cyclone football even more. So we have to call it the way we see it. We all know. Let's just put it out there. Austin's probably the best chance we got of doing anything else for the rest of the season. Tiller's just limited. I mean, the kid's, he's fresh. He's still learning the offense. And, you know, that's a good thing because Herman's got a very, very complex offense. And we talked about that. What do you think? I mean, is that a problem? Is this offense too complex?
I don't know if the offense is too complex, but I think you gotta add this roster up and down and look and say how many of these guys starting did Tom Herman and Paul Rhodes recruit? Not many of them. They really don't have their guys in there, and I know it's kind of a it's kind of a lame excuse when you get into year 2, but it's still the truth. These aren't hand-picked guys for this spread offense, and I think that is being shown very evidently right.
You know what? Luckily, we have some guys like A.J. Klein and Jake Knott. I mean, where did these kids come from? We talked about this,
Can
man.
you imagine when they're seniors how good they're going to be?
Oh, man. You know what? Wait till they get somebody to play in front of them. You know?
That's true.
Wait till they get just a big bulldog to play on that defensive line, and you got these kids behind them. You know what? These kids come from nowhere. We talked about this prior to the season starting.
It could be an interesting matchup on Saturday. I'm going to pick Texas Tech to win, probably by 2 touchdowns or more. But they're a one-dimensional offense. They're like the 116th ranked rush offense in America. This is actually, when you look at Iowa State's defense and the Texas Tech offense, this isn't like 2008 Texas Tech. It's a totally different scheme. They still like to spread it out, but it's not like you saw with Leach, from what I've been told. I haven't really seen them. I watched them play SMU, but that was about it. This is a deal where I would rather play a team like this, Tron, than a team like Kansas State's offense is going to try and shove it down your throat. To me, this is a better matchup. Am I crazy?
No. I think it's perfect for us. I'm not going to give Texas Tech 2 touchdowns. You know what? Contrary to what we all believe, I'm with you, Chris. I understand. I think Texas Tech will probably pull this game off.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that the confidence that this defense is building is going to take over.
I
mean, you know
so.
what? These kids, not only do they think they can beat people up and just make, they're doing it, man.
You got a young guy like a Jeremy Reeves who's growing up right in front of our eyes, and this is what pains me is because in my preseason I picked Iowa State to beat Texas Tech, and now all of a sudden you've seen me swing from thinking Iowa State wins that game to probably a 2-touchdown dog, in my opinion. This offense, hey, listen, nobody can spit the Kool-Aid like me. Nobody can, okay? But you got to prove to me something on Saturday because you've absolutely lost me.
Well, you know what I agree with. And all the fanatics and all the Cyclone fans know that we are diehard Cyclone guys. Yeah. Has nothing to do with that. But you know what? If you want a hug, there's a guy that stands outside the stadium with a sign that says free hugs, but you're not getting it right here. The truth of the matter is this. The offense hasn't done anything all season. We haven't seen it, so we're calling it the way that it is.
We're calling it the way that it is, and we're also not saying that it can't happen. Because there is talent there. There's no doubt that there's talent there. I mean, Alexander Robinson. I still think that the receivers, that core group, I believe, is a pretty talented group.
We haven't seen them yet.
Nothing's clicking with that whole unit. Tron, I'm going to see you next Saturday. The Cyclone Fanatic Wilson Toyota of Ames pregame show on KXNO. You can also listen to it online at KXNO.com. We'll have a cool little link put up at Cyclone Fanatic. And we're going to be on from 2 until 3. And then we're going to run on over to the Wilson Toyota tailgate right by the Jacobson building. You can find us in lot S1. Everything clear?
Hey, you know what? Guys, stop down the Wilson Toyota, 2212 South Duff Avenue. Tell me what you think of the offense. Yeah. I'm curious. I'm available. I'm here. If not, call me.
Maybe Tron will even take you for a test ride in the Cyclone Tundra.
Is that one mean mobile?
Oh, baby. Have you seen pictures of that, Fanatics? If not, we'll get you some pictures up on the website.
Or better yet, come over to S1. Come down to Wilson Toyota. Take your own pictures. How about that?
There we go. Tron, thanks, my man. We will see you next week. You will hear us on Saturday, 1460 KXNO from 2 to 3. It's the Cyclone Fanatic Wilson Toyota pregame show.